My name's Joe, I'm a marine biologist, and I've traveled all over the world working in the oceans, but these are 3 animals that I hope I never have to see. I could go my whole life without working or seeing them in the oceans, and let me tell you why. Number 3 on my list is the box jellyfish. Now, I've been in the ocean a lot, and I've been stung by a lot of jellyfish in my life. But I don't ever want to be stung by one of these. From a scientist's point of view, they're pretty cool. They're one of the only swimming jellyfish. Most other jellyfish just float around with the currents and the wave. But these jellyfish are not to mess with. If you get stung, they can paralyze your body and your heart and kill you within minutes. These box jellyfish are everywhere, but the most venomous ones are in Australia and the South Pacific. And they kill about 100 people a year. Second animal I don't really ever want to interact with is the oceanic white-tip shark. Now, these are different than white-tip reef sharks. Those are super docile. I love them. I'll hang out with them. They're like little puppies. These guys, they live out in the open ocean, so they're more of a pelagic species, and they're incredibly aggressive. And more so on that, they're also very unpredictable. Guarantee you can just Google oceanic white-tip shark attacks and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. They have to be incredibly aggressive because they live out in the open ocean, and so when a meal comes by, they're very opportunistic and they're not gonna let it go. That's why I'd rather swim with like a great white or a tiger shark even, because their behavior is a little bit more predictable and you can definitely tell when they're getting aggravated. These could just switch on a dime. Last and number 1 on my list is the Humboldt squid. This thing I'm honestly terrified of ever interacting with. They live in the Eastern Pacific and the South Pacific, and they are terrifying. I really tried to get a good picture of this, but each of their tentacles are lined with about 100 to 200 suction cups, and each of those have teeth in them. Now, I'm not particularly afraid of a single Humboldt squid, but these guys tend to hunt in groups of up to thousands or more at a time. They live at about 800 feet or more during the day, so you're never gonna see them during the day, and then they come up at night. And you can go on YouTube and find a bunch of stories of scuba divers doing night dives, and when they jump in the water, they jump into a group of these and they'll just rip and tear your flesh using their suction cups to pull you down. And it doesn't matter if you have wetsuits or gear on, this thing will slice through you like it's butter. Yeah, that's my list of definitely the top 3. There's some other species that I could go my whole life without ever seeing in the wild. Honestly, I have like waking nightmares about the Humboldt squid. Like, night dives are cool, but that's terrifying.